Hey, this is Tomasz from Star Schema, and let me show something new and cool. Snowflake acquired last year a company called Numeracy, who built a nice query UI, a query editor tool, and Snowflake just integrated it with their web UI. So Snowflake has administration front end where you can execute queries. So let me show how this new query UI looks like. First of all, it's in preview mode, so you have to execute this application with the preview app button. After you are in the new UI, you can create your folders where you can have your worksheets, so that's how you can organize your queries or DDL, DML statements. After I made my folder, I can start a new worksheet, and as you see, the UI is clean. It's pretty modern. I like it a lot. It also has all the necessary features like code completion. I can also see the tables in my schema, columns in the schema, and with like the command enter, I can execute it. This is the result window, so that's a nice SQL grid, responsive, really fast. And what is also useful that on the right side, I see the column information like distribution, custom values, and those can be also used to filter the data. You can also download the grids content as a CSV, which is also really handy if you want to use Excel or other tool to just get into your datasets or use Tableau, for instance. It also supports live search, so I was able to just look my city, Alexandria city, in the results. It also came with a charting engine, so you can build some basic charts directly from this UI. I can just check the population by, well, not fifths, that's big state perhaps. So this also helps you to validate your dataset or even do like really quick analysis without even installing anything on your computer or using any third-party tool. Everything is just built into the Snowflake's UI. You can save all of your worksheets, and there is also another neat feature. You can practically share these queries with your colleagues. So I can just generate a link, and if my colleagues have the right permission to access my worksheet, so they have the same role, they can open this link and open exactly the same worksheet I shared. So we can say goodbye to these lonely SQL worksheets. We can really collaborate and work on the same queries together. It also has a schema view, so I can see the documentation of each field, like the description field from the SQL tables, and it also helps me to visualize like what are the columns and what's and also there's a preview, quick view where I can see what will be what's inside the table without writing a single statement. Of course, you can have multiple statements in a worksheet separated by semicolon. So that's something which is pretty much the same as the previous Snowflake query editor, and I like it a lot. I think this was awesome, but there is more. You can also build dashboards in the Snowflake application. And dashboards are a collection of grids or charts in a tiled canvas. So after you made your first dashboard, you have to create a few queries, and for the queries you can decide if you want to see it in a grid or a graph view. So let me create quickly something here like a new tile, and I can also add where conditions like the date range, and those date range will be applied for each and every tile. I can also create like a shared filter, and those filter conditions will be applied to all of my worksheets on the same dashboard. So let me search from this Google Mobility Report for a given date range. I picked last 3 months in this example, and I can see that the date is coming from the last 3 months. Let's quickly change it into a chart view. I can also add like this last reporting flag to make sure that I see only the valid records. And here we are. To fine-tune this chart, let's change a couple of things. Maybe we need a bar chart, and let's pick the, instead of using date, let's use the country region, and is for measures, let's use the residential change percentage. I can also change the aggregation to average to see the average difference in mobility compared before and after the COVID-19. I can also add a nice title to this style, save it back, and see it directly in my dashboard. All right, we are good to go. Are we ready? Yes, the tile is there, but one tile is not a tile, especially in a dashboard. So let's create another one really quickly. Maybe we can use the European CDC data just to have something over there. It's located in this nice ECDC global table. I can apply the same date range filter what I applied for the Google mobility one. In this case, when I change the filters dashboard wild, then all of my tiles will be filtered for the same conditions. So that's how I can add some interactivity to my Snowflake dashboards. Okay, so last reported flag should equal to 1. And let's keep this as is, as a nice grid. Move back to the dashboard. And yep, a last refresh. And voila, we have 2 worksheets, a chart and a grid in a nice dashboard in Snowflake. And yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. I can also change the filters. So instead of last 3 months, I can show maybe the last 1 month. It's recalculate, re-execute my SQL statements, re-render the grid and my graph view. And here we are. It's a nice dashboard, isn't it? Thank you for watching me. I hope it was useful. Thank you and bye.